What's going on, everybody? You found Bottom Tier Collector, and I'm your host, the Bearded One. As always, thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting on my content. It's always much appreciated. This video, you've already read the title, but I'll go ahead and say it's about my hopes, my dreams, my prayers, my goals for 2023. And I don't know if I have a lot of goals, but I'll talk a lot about my hopes for 2023. First off, my way of life is fixing to change forever and for the good. I don't really feel comfortable saying this on the internet, but I'm going to have to say it eventually. So I think I'm far enough along to share this information with the internet. My wife is pregnant. We're at 12 weeks now. So we're right on the cusp of getting into the second trimester. So, she's been pregnant for a while now, and, I feel comfortable enough to say that out loud to the public. The due date is somewhere around July. And, so sometime, between my birthday, which is May 25th, and July, gonna have to start maybe tapering down being active in the hobby. And when I talk about being active in the hobby, I mean actively going to stores, actively going to conventions, actively hunting in person. I consider shopping online and reading back issues, being more of a, you're still in the hobby, but you're taking a more passive approach. I find it just works for me and how my brain works to call reading current new comic book day books and doing that Tuesday and Wednesday routine at the LCS more of an active take on the role. So gonna have to quit being so active in the hobby this summer, and that's gonna affect a lot of what I would hope and wish for any other year. I guess a lot of what I hope for, I hope to still be active, be an active member of this community, be it making videos or just commenting and watching other people's content. I remember what it was like the first time around with my first kid. I hate using the word sacrifice, because if you're a good mother or a good father or a good parental guardian, whatever you may be, you're going to give up anything to make sure your kid's going to, be alive and healthy and well and safe and be happy. And I look at sacrifice as a negative thing, like you have to give up things you don't really want to give up in order to get to where you want to go. And I don't really view that way for parenting. When it comes to parenting, I don't view it as a sacrifice, but I can't come up with a better word. So, I'm going to have to sacrifice things in the hobby for the kid. But I hope I don't have to sacrifice being present in the community. I hope I can find a way to still watch some videos and still support you guys out there while I'm raising a new child, and also raising my older child, who's now, he'll be 5 years old after my new child is born. So I don't really know how often I'm going to be able to come up here and film, and have me time. I'm not really going to have any me time anymore. Once that new baby is born, at least for 3 to 6 months. So yeah, I just hope that I don't disappear from the community. It's really just my big hope. I also hope that I don't lose the fervor and the interest in comics the first time with my first kid. I really just kind of put comics on the shelf altogether, and really the only thing that kept me in the hobby during this time was really my interest, my passion for Lobo. Uh, I had put so much work into my comics that I just told myself, instead of going the route of talking myself into getting rid of my entire collection, why don't we just stop it? Why don't we just put the comics away and we'll come back. We'll come back to it at a different time. And this was in 2018 when I did this, and I don't regret it. I'm so glad that I just put the comics down, because back then in 2018 I probably had 4 long boxes, 3 or 4. I was right around 1,000 comic books then. Small enough for me to easily talk myself into selling it all, but not small enough that I didn't think I didn't have enough time into it. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So this time around, I hope I don't put comics down. I hope I find a way to continue to read comics and enjoy comics, and maybe I can use comics as a way to de-stress when I'm going through the natural stresses of parenthood. Getting the those anxieties back that good parents get sometimes when we're raising kids. I'm hoping comics stay around in my life at that point. I hope they don't just sit up here and collect dust, and it's just something I'm not going to do for a couple of years. I'm also hoping I get back to my 1-a-day goal. That's something I set for myself, I want to say in 2020. Tried to stick to it in 2021. I don't think I ever read a comic a day for a whole year, but I think I came close. I feel like I read over 100 issues, which is 365 days in a year, so that's not even half. I feel like I read over 100 issues in 2020 and 2021. And I just hope to get back to that kind of drive of when I'm thinking about comics, maybe I can think of a way to fit a comic book in here and there. Not worry so much about hammering out a storyline. Just, when I have the time, just fit a comic book in, and I've done my reading for the day. And I also said I want to be present in the community, but again, I really hope, I met some really cool people here in the community, and I really hope that I don't lose those connections. I feel safe enough to say some of you out there I consider friends that I interact with in the community, and I hope I don't lose those friendships that I built in the community, because you guys mean a lot to me. I have friends. I'm lucky. I've got 2 comic book best buds, and we go on annual hunts. We meet up at cons. We meet up at the LCS. We go hunting, and a lot of people don't even have one friend. So I feel lucky. I've got 2 real life. They live near me. Been friends with both of them for years now, over a decade now, and I have that, but I also have you guys as well, and I hope I don't hope not to lose those friendships, and I hope to one day meet you guys. Maybe in 2023, I hope to meet 1 or 2 of you guys out there at a con or at a LCS or whatever. Who knows? Who knows what 2023 has in store? And I hope to I hope to get an announcement about Lobo. That's another thing. You have to forgive me, guys. I'm going off the cuff. I don't have notes here. So I'm just going to be gathering my thoughts as I go. I hope to get an announcement on Lobo. I don't care what it is. I'm not expecting a movie announcement or a cameo appearance or whatever. I just hope to get some kind of announcement on who's playing Lobo once and for damn all. Or just to hear it out of James Gunn's mouth that Lobo's going to be in his DCU. That's all I want for 2023 in Lobo. That's what I hope. So I'd like to switch over to, most people would call this a want list. I'm going to call it more of a wish list. I'm wishing for this because I don't know if I'm going to get any of these books. I make these wish lists just kind of, when I've got a little extra money to spend and I don't just want to buy a bunch of run fillers, I really want to put something of value in the collection. Not that run fillers are not valuable to me, but every now and then I like to switch it up and get a decent book, a more special book, in the collection. And a lot of people would call these lists want lists, but I'm just calling it a wish list this year because of the incoming baby. I don't know where the finances are going to be to fit these books into the collection. But I'm wishing for DC Elseworlds 80-page giant. That is the most expensive book I have left to complete Lobo's appearance history. Now, it's not the most expensive book I have left to get the Platinum Trophy, as I'm calling it. And what I mean, for those of you who haven't heard me use this expression before, when I'm referring to the Platinum Trophy, I'm referring to every cover. So that, that's a little different than every appearance. I'm also going to be chasing every cover, and I'm including in that the European variant covers. So, the Lobo Batman German incentive variant that Doug Munch did? No, Doug Munch is a writer. Doug Mahnke did. Mahnke. I don't know how to say his last name. Mahnke. I think that's how you spell his last name. His German variant of Lobo Batman is the most expensive Lobo book there is, to my knowledge. It's more expensive than DC Elseworlds 80-page giant, even in a 9.8 slab, which I won't be hunting for any of these books in a 9.8 slab. I won't even be hunting for them slabbed. So yeah, DC Elseworlds 80-page giant, New Gods 1, the Jack Kirby New Gods 1, Justice League of America 75, the first Dinah Lance, the daughter of the first Black Canary. Shazam 1, not first appearance of Shazam, but first Shazam at DC, which is Shazam 1. So throwing that one back on the list, I held it in my hand at Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo. It was like a 6.5 to a 7.5, somewhere in that range, condition-wise, and it was for $20. And I stupidly told myself, put it down, you can find it cheaper on eBay. Can't find it cheaper on eBay. That was the book. That was my opportunity to get Shazam 1 in 2022. It was on the want list and didn't capitalize. So I'm throwing Shazam 1 back on this list. Black Adam kind of flubbed, both critically and financially. So I'm going to throw Black Adam 8. That is the first Black Adam at DC. Now, it's not the first original story of Black Adam at DC. Black Adam or Shazam 8 is actually just a reprint story. But I think it's Shazam 23, Shazam 24. I don't know. It's in the 20s. But the first original Black Adam story at DC is in the Shazam 20s. That's the pricey book. But Shazam 8, it's still technically the first appearance of Shazam under DC Comics. And I'm going to throw that one back on the list. That was a book I didn't get as well from 2022. Say Mr. Miracle 5 and Mr. Miracle 6. That would put me at completing Mr. Miracle. So I'm going to segue now into my goals. And I don't know if I'm going to complete any of these goals, but I'd like to make 2023 the year I complete the Lobo appearance history. Something I'm probably going to have to hammer down between now and July. I think unless I come into a situation at Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo where a guy comes in that I would love to get an autograph from that I don't own a comic book, if that kind of situation happens at the con, and I will probably buy a comic book to get it signed, just like I did with that TMNT 7. I'm probably going to spend the entire back issue budget between right now and July, when baby's born, on the Lobo appearance history. And I'm within single digits. Now, the Comic Vine website, they're the resource I use to track Lobo appearance history. They're in my opinion, the best resource out there for tracking an appearance history. I've recently gone back through the list, and there are some new books they've updated and added to the list that I don't have. So that's why I'm not providing an official number of where I'm at now. But I know I'm still within single digits of completing the Lobo appearance history. If I just hammer down and I get disciplined, I know I can finish it. I just get too distracted. Maybe I get scared of completing it or something. I don't know what happens. But I'm going to make 2023 the year I at least get down to one book, of completing the appearance history. I also want to complete Wolverine Volume 3 and 4, which would have me completing every Wolverine ongoing series up to the series on the shelves now, which is Wolverine Volume 7. And it's very doable. I am at 74% complete of Wolverine Volume 3 and 76% complete of Wolverine Volume 4. So, just a little discipline, finding the books for the right price, and, I'm hoping that's a goal I can accomplish in 2023. I'm throwing this out there, and I just don't know if I'm going to be able to make it happen. But I'm hoping if I'm not there now, my Grail run, my Amazing Spider-Man run, my Fantastic Four run, my Action Comics run, what many people consider their Grail run hunt or whatever. Mine is Sandman. It's the most expensive run I've ever tried to hunt, and I've got the biggest books. I've got 1, I've got 4, and I've got 8. So I've even got 25 now. First appearance, Dead Boy Detectives. I just need to knock down the $20 to $50 books, and I'm hoping. Did I say Sandman? The Neil Gaiman Sandman is my Grail run. So I'm hoping to get 50% complete. That's all I want. Sandman's not cheap to hunt. how should I say this? Reader copy conditioned books that are just the run fillers in Sandman are $3 a pop, so it's not cheap. The series has essentially doubled in price outside of the keys, and it's a 75 issue series. It's got a Sandman special. I don't think he ever did annuals, but there are these unique specials, and I just hope to whittle it down some more. And surely I have what's half of 75? 30, 36 would be 72, 37 would be 74. So let's call it 38. That'll be over halfway. I hope to have 38 Sandman issues collected by the end of 2023. That's another goal I want to reach. I mentioned getting or wishing for Mr. Miracle 5 and 6. That's a goal. I want to complete Mr. Miracle Volume 1 and finally have that squared away so I can attack my... a long-term goal of mine is to collect the entire Fourth World Omnibus that I own in single-issue form. And so I'm just ready to put the Mr. Miracle series away, and then I can focus on New Gods. I think is the next series I want to get into, and then we'll see after New Gods which run I attack after that. I think I have Demon Volume 1. I think I have 8 of the 16 issues, so 50% complete. And I think I'd like to just knock it out. If there's some way, I'm talking about all these books I want to purchase, all these goals I'm trying to set. If there's some way I can get to it, I'd love to complete Demon Volume 1. I'd also love to complete Demon Volume 3. It's a 54 issue run, and it has 2 annuals, and I bet I have 50. No, it's a 58 issue run, I think. And I believe I bet I have 50 issues of Demon Volume 3. I bet I need 8 or less issues to have it all collected. So that's another goal of mine. I hope to complete Demon Volume 3. And after that, I'll have all the self-titled Demon ongoing series collected. I'll just need Blood of the Demon. There's one more. It's like a mini series that I need. Yeah, that'll be for 2024. But for 2023, Demon Volume 1, Demon Volume 3, I'd love to have them complete. And I think that's about it. I think that's really where I'm sitting at in 2023. I don't want to set too many goals, too many expectations. Again, my life is going to change for the better in the second half of the year. Going to have to scale back a lot. And really, I'm just hoping to stay a part of the community. I'm just hoping to keep the interest in comics alive and not shelve the hobby altogether like I did last time. I had a kid born. And I hope to hear from you guys. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you liked me rambling and just, trying to grab thoughts from my head and piece it together for a coherent video. It's easy to do these want lists, these goal videos, but we all do it, and it's fun to see what everybody's goals and wishes and hopes are for the year. And I hope you enjoyed mine. Until next time, guys.